What is your name?
My name is Cherry W. Carlet, sir.
Cherry. Okay, I call you Cherry.
Yes, sir.
What is your age?
I'm 28 years old, sir.
Your birth date?
Sir?
Your birth date?
August 6, 1990.
Your height and your weight?
My height, sir, is 5'1", and my weight is 50.
Your height, I think, is 5'2", actually. Okay. Can you just stand up and show your hand like that?
Yes, sir.
Are you strong or not?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
You look strong. But do you know, I mean, are you aware of that you have any medical problem?
No, sir.
No, you don't have headache, you don't have like stomach ache, toothache, high blood pressure, you cannot hear. Can you hear properly or not? Can you hear me or not? Your eyes, your ears, everything okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay. What about your marital status?
Sir?
Are you married or single?
Yes, sir.
You're married,
Yes, sir.
And what is your husband's occupation?
Fisherman.
Fisherman. How many children do you have?
Two, sir.
2 kids. And how old are they?
The youngest is 5 years old and the oldest is 10 years old.
5 and 10 years old. I see. Okay. Now, who's going to look after your 2 kids when you come here to work?
My mother and my husband, sir.
Your mother and your husband. Have you got the permission from your mother?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want you to remember this. Can you read this?
CWC.
Okay, I will ask you again in 10 minutes time so that I will know whether you are forgetful or not. If you cannot remember, that means you're forgetful. You have to remember this CWC.
Yes, sir.
Can you remember?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the educational level?
I am second year high school, sir.
Okay, second year high school, but I see your English is not bad. You can speak quite well, actually. Okay, I want to know your experience. Can you tell me something about your experiences?
My experience last 2 years in Kuwait, sir, I clean house chores, wash clothes, wash dishes, and clean bathroom. I also
Okay, these are all called household chores, household work. Household work, of course, these are the things you need to do. So you do household work. What about looking after children? What about cooking? Do you do cooking?
Yes, sir. Only for Filipino foods, and I'm fast learner, and I'm being to learn, sir.
You cook Filipino food in Kuwait, you mean? What about Arabic food? Do you know how to cook? Do you know how to cook Arabic food?
Sir?
Do you know how to cook Arabic food?
Not biryani, sir. I don't know how to cook biryani.
I see. But do you do cooking in Kuwait?
Yes, sir. A simple cook like fried rice, like adobo.
Did the mom ask you to do cooking in Kuwait?
Not mostly, sir.
Okay, do you like cooking?
Yes, sir.
Say if the mom want to teach you to do cooking, can you learn?
Yes, sir.
Can you cook from a cookbook?
Yes, sir. Filipino food.
What about other food? Let's say I give you a cookbook to cook Malaysian food. Can you do it?
I want to learn, sir.
No, from a cookbook. That means you learn yourself. You see the recipe, then you cook. Do you think you can do it?
Yes, sir.
You're sure? Have you done it before?
No, sir. But I want to learn, sir.
Okay, you want to learn. But what I'm telling is from a cookbook. I think you should be able to do, because most Filipinos can. They see the cookbook, they are so clever to cook. They can cook.
Yes. Yes, sir.
the employer sometimes they want you to work on your off day. Are you willing to work on your off days?
Yes, sir.
You work on your off days, they will pay you, and your income will be much more. So you just work a bit hard. Of course, when you are tired, you will need to take a rest. So when you are resting, you cannot go out. You stay in the house. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
You're sure that you're okay? You don't go out?
Yes, sir.
What about in Kuwait? Do you go out?
No, sir.
In
We don't
Kuwait,
have
you
this
cannot go
service.
out actually. You cannot go out. You go out, you'll be caught. I think you go out alone, you'll be caught in Kuwait because it's a Muslim country. So it's the same here when you come and work for the first maybe 1 year or so. You build up the trust. Once you build up the trust, then the mom or the sir is okay. You build up the trust.
Yes, sir.
Are you the trustworthy type?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what other job were you doing in Kuwait? Other than doing housework, can you just let me know?
Only that one, sir. We didn't even go out of any
What about looking
house.
after children or looking after old people?
I have been experienced looking for children in my own daughter, sir. And then I already experienced to my employers 10 years old.
I see. So employers got a 10-year-old child where you help them to look after the 10-year-old child. That means you send him to school, you take him back to school. Is there something like
Yes.
that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about your own children? Have you got experience looking after your own children?
Yes, sir.
And what about the baby? When they were baby, do you have experience?
Yes, sir. For my own daughter.
Okay, I have got many employers here. I got a Chinese employer. I got 2.5 years old child, and they need somebody to look after the child. And also maybe the mom will have a baby later on. Do you think you can look after the child?
Yes, sir.
And if the mom has a baby later on, it may be 1 year or 2 years. We don't know, okay? But if the baby comes, do you think you can look after the baby also?
Yes, sir.
Now, the mom also has another 2 more domestic helper. Do you think you can work, get along with the other domestic helper? That means you must cooperate. Do you think you can?
Yes, sir.
You must work together. Maybe mom will ask you to do housework, the other domestic helper will look after the baby, or mom will ask you to look after the baby. It's no more a baby. Anyway, 2.5 years old is a child. He can run, he can walk, he can do everything, and it's very active. So you must be strong. You must have the energy. Do you have the energy to look after a child that runs about?
Yes. Yes, sir.
You're sure you have the energy? You won't get tired?
Yes, sir.
Can because I see you're still very young, 20 years old, by right you should have the energy. So you can look after the child. You're very sure.
Yes, sir.
Do you think you get homesick or not? Because you yourself got two children. Do you think you get homesick?
No, sir.
You're sure?
Yes, sir. Until I finish my contract.
I see. Because why you worked in Kuwait before? How long have you come back from Kuwait? How many months?
It's 2 years and 3 months.
Okay, you worked there 2 years, 3 months. But how long have you been back to the Philippines from Kuwait?
Sir?
How long have you come back to to the Philippines? Since you work in Kuwait. When did you come back from Kuwait?
No, sir. I want Malaysia.
When did you come back from Kuwait? What month and what year you came back from Kuwait?
Kailan ka umuwi galing Kuwait?
Last year, sir, November.
Okay, November. That means it's only about 6 months. You came back, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then
Yes,
what?
sir.
Then why is that you want to work in Malaysia? Why?
I want to work in Malaysia, sir, because there's some culture, same time in the Philippines. That's why I want to work in the Malaysia.
So you feel more comfortable to come to Malaysia to work, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Do you think you can finish a 2 years contract or not when you come here to work? You must make sure you at least must finish 2 years contract. Can you?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you are good, the mom is happy, do you think you want to extend your service to the mom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that means you're happy working here. I assure you, my employer I give to the workers are all good employers. So you are happy, you can extend your contract, am I right?
Yes, sir.
So you're okay if your mom asks you to work without off days?
It's okay for me, sir. Yes, sir.
And of course you're tired, you can stay in the house. But you are not allowed to go out. Can you actually, are you okay with that condition? On your
Yes,
off
sir.
days, that means on the day that you are on leave, you must stay in the house. You are not allowed to go out. Because you go out, you cannot come back, then we have problem.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
okay? Wait until a time when mom got confidence in you, then you can go out. No problem at all. So you build up your confidence. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
And the handphone. You can bring a handphone, but sometimes the mom is a bit worried and scared that you off Facebook, make new friends, then you get cheated. So I also don't want that to happen. So if mom were to, let's say, keep your phone for a few months until the confidence build up, is that okay?
Is it okay for me, sir? Yes, sir.
Of course, when you are going to call back, no problem. Mom will give you the phone. Anytime you can call back.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
okay? But
Yes,
I think calling back is a bit expensive. So you should know.
Yes, sir.
Now here got Chinese, got Indian, got Muslim employer. Are you okay working for a Chinese employer?
Yes, sir.
What about Indian employer?
It's okay for me, sir. Yes, sir.
Muslim, I think no problem lah. Malay are Muslim because you worked in Kuwait before.
Yes, sir.
Now I got actually quite a number of employers to look after children. I think you prefer to look after children, okay? Now one employer got 2 children, maybe 5 years old and 2 years old. Do you think you can look after 2 children?
Yes, sir.
You can.
Yes, sir.
What about 7 years old and 10 years old?
Yes, sir. I can.
What about looking after old people, elderly, sometimes invalid? Do you think you can?
I can, sir. I have an experience from my grandmother.
So you're okay with that, even to look after old people, you're okay,
Yes, sir.
What was your experience in looking after old people?
To my own grandmother, sir.
I know, what was your experience? What job was that? What you need to do? Maybe you shower, you change pamper, or what? What are the jobs that you do?
To my grandmother, so when she got sick, I go with her and she go down to the bathroom. And then I wash her over when she something needs.
Is it a grandfather or grandmother?
Grandmother, sir.
Grandmother. But here I see that taking care elderly, you put no, and taking care invalid, you put no here. But is it okay if you were to look after the elderly, you say you put no here? So is it okay? You're sure?
Yes, sir. It's okay for me.
Yeah, okay. Now the main thing is, I got many employers who wants the domestic helper to look after children. So you are
Yes.
prepared to look after children,
Yes, sir.
Is there any question you want to ask me?
Nothing, sir.
No, I want to test your mathematics. The first one is what?
128 plus 107.
How many?
And 128 minus 107.
Okay, the first one is, what is, how much is that?
It's 128 plus 107 equals
How much is that?
202.
Again?
235, sir.
225. What about this one?
128 minus 107. It's 21, sir. It was 21.
Right, enough. Okay, I think your maths is not bad, okay? What about cooking? Do you like to cook?
Yes, sir. I'm willing to learn.
What food do you know how to cook?
I know how to cook adobo, minola, fried chicken, and rice.
The rice, fried chicken and fried rice. But
Yes, sir.
can you learn or not? If mom were to teach you, are you willing to learn?
Yes, sir. I'm willing to learn.
Can you cook from a cookbook?
Yes, sir. I can follow the instruction.
You can follow the cookbook, huh? Now,
Yes, sir.
are you afraid to be alone in the house?
No, sir.
Do you have any friends or relatives in Malaysia?
No, sir.
Are you? Can you promise me that you will not bring friends or even relatives to the house without the mom's or sir's permission?
Yes, sir.
You are not allowed to bring friends or relatives. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
You're supposed to look after the house. Make sure you lock the door, lock the gate. Don't let strangers come in. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
If the family is vegetarian, that means no meat. Do you think you can also follow the family to eat vegetarian food?
Sir?
Can you eat vegetarian food? That means no meat. See, some of the family, they don't eat meat. They are vegetarian. Do you think you can eat? Do you think you can eat vegetarian?
Sir? The signal is not good, sir.
Vegetarian, that means no meat. That means only vegetarian food. Do you think you can eat vegetarian food?
Sir, your voice is breathing. I don't understand. The signal is not good.
Makakain ka ba ng gulay? Vegetarian, gulay. Kumakain ka ba ng gulay?
Yes, sir, I can.
That means kain gulay.
Gulay.
Yes, sir.
Can Do you know how to use all the electrical appliances like vacuum cleaner, rice cooker, washing machine, and a microwave? Do you know how to use all this?
Yes, sir.
Where you learn? You learn in Saudi or you learn it in the Philippines?
In Kuwait, sir.
Kuwait.
Oh, I see, in Kuwait. Okay. So your husband is definitely okay. You come here to work. You
Yes,
won't.
sir.
Are you mentally prepared or not to come here to work? You must be 100% mentally prepared. I don't want you to change your mind, because once I get you the employer, you cannot change your mind. You change your mind, then we have a lot of problem. Are you mentally
Yes, sir.
prepared? Are you 100% sure?
Yes, sir.
What about your husband? Is he also okay when you are already, let's say get a calling visa, then you're ready to fly to come here? So your husband, is he also mentally prepared for you to come here?
Yes, sir.
You're sure or not?
I'm sure, sir.
You won't have any problem,
Yes, sir.
Is there any question you want to ask me?
Nothing, sir.
What is the 3 alphabet I asked you just now?
CWC.
Okay, you can remember. It's very good. Now, if I'm the employer here, what would you want to tell me so that I will employ you? What would you tell me if I'm the employer here?
If you choose me to your house work, sir, I am a good and listener and obedient to my employer, and I'm not willing to learn, sir.
Okay. Are you the honest type? Are you honest?
Yes, sir.
Can you listen to the instruction of the employer?
Yes, sir. I will be obedient.
A very important thing, you have to be very responsible, especially look after children and baby. So are you the responsible type?
Yes, sir.
So you have to be honest, responsible, and hardworking. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
And of course, you must
Yes.
listen to the instruction of the employer. Can you promise me that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think you did well in your interview. I'll get another get a good employer for you. Is there any question? I give you a chance to ask me any question. Is there any question you want to ask?
Nothing, sir.
No, so I think
Yes,
it's
sir.
okay. You just. But can you wait for about, let's say, 2 or 2.5 months? Because here the calling visa, we need to apply. Then we need to send the calling visa to the embassy. After that, we need to send to the Philippines. It takes about maybe about 2 months or a little bit more. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
You cannot change your mind because you know already. You need to wait. You cannot say I want the job and then tomorrow you can come. You cannot. You need to wait because we need to do so many process here. Is that okay?
Is it okay for me, sir?
Okay, so okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Bye.
sir.